Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The total volume of investment in every industrial city exceeded 19.6 million Omani riyals until the end of last October, with the completion of the infrastructure projects. Over 30 Palestinians martyred and dozens injured in Israeli occupation bombing of central and southern Gaza Strip. And intensive Israeli raids on the southern suburb of Beirut, and Hezbollah targets soldiers and military sites in northern Israel. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The total volume of investments in every industrial city affiliated with Madain exceeded 19.6 million Omani riyals until the end of last October, with the completion of the infrastructure projects. Every industrial city stands ready to provide many facilities and incentives to investors and receive their applications to build factories and other logistic facilities. The number of localized projects increased to 15 projects built on 184,000 square meters, focusing on food, manufacturing, building materials. Every industrial city is one of the large industrial areas in the Sultanate of Oman, with an area expanding to 10 million square kilometers. The Sultanate of Oman participated in the high-level ministerial session organized by the World Green Economy Organization on the vital role of green transformation in driving effective climate action at the 29th conference of the parties COP29 held in the Azerbaijan capital of Baku. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Ali Al Amri, chairman of the Environment Authority, stressed that since the Sultanate of Oman joined the Global Green Economy Alliance, it has contributed to supporting the unification of visions for the countries participating in this alliance, noting that this has strengthened the country's orientation in achieving their national goals on climate change and has also raised the levels of achievements of global policies and efforts towards reducing emissions in all sectors of the economy. Over 30 Palestinians were martyred and dozens others injured in an Israeli occupation bombing in various areas in the Gaza Strip. Rescue teams recovered the bodies of 2 martyrs and a number of wounded after the occupation targeted a residential apartment in the city of Deir al-Balah in the capital Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, 2 other martyrs and a number of wounded were transferred to the hospital after an Israeli missile targeted a house in the town of Al-Nasr, northeast of the city of Rafah in the south of Gaza Strip. In another development, the residents of the Gaza Strip are facing catastrophic levels of food and health insecurity as a result of the ongoing Israeli aggression on the Strip. Since the beginning of the war in Gaza, thousands of Palestinian families have been exposed to waves of repeated displacement in search of shelter in light of the targeting of civilians everywhere. The U.S. ambassador to Lebanon said that the United States have delivered a draft proposal for a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah to the Speaker of the Lebanese parliament, Nabih Berri. Lebanese media reported that Israeli warplanes intensified their airstrikes on Beirut's southern suburbs today and targeted towns in southern and eastern Lebanon, causing widespread destruction and a large number of wounded. For its part, Hezbollah announced targeting soldiers of the Israeli occupation forces near the town of Adisa and bombing military targets and sites in Haifa, while Israel said that 3 workers were injured at a construction site as a result of a missile launched from Lebanon. The Ukrainian army said that it shot down 25 drones out of 29 and 1 missile out of 2 guided missiles during an attack launched by Russian forces last night. For its part, the Russian Ministry of Defense announced today that its forces had taken control of the town of Stepanovka in the Donetsk region, explaining that it had carried out 42 strikes with precision weapons and drones on military institutions and energy facilities used to support Ukrainian forces. In the Philippines, Typhoon Usagi flooded several villages, led to power outages and the displacement of thousands of people before moving away from the northern Philippines today. Typhoon Usagi reached the northeastern Philippines yesterday, just 2 days after the last Typhoon Toraji moved away after causing floods and forcing more than 82,500 people to flee their homes in the northern provinces. The Philippine government is struggling to deal with the impact of multiple storms, which caused the death of more than 160 people and displaced more than 9 million others, while destroying some agricultural lands and infrastructure. Still to come in our news bulletin. Historic photos of leaders from the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Bahrain are on display in the National Museum. To enhance the effectiveness of the response, the National Emergency Management Center in Al-Dhahira Governorate conducted a mock drill to train an effective response and coordination during crisis and under exceptional circumstances, according to the Unified Response System. A workshop was held earlier to pave the way for this exercise, addressing the roles and tasks of the National Emergency Management System and sub-commitments in the governorates, with the participation of various sectors and government bodies in the governorate. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism, hosted the annual conference of the Dutch Association of Travel Agents and Tour Operators, ANVR. The event was presided over by His Excellency Azan bin Qasim Al Busaidi, Under Secretary for Tourism at the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism. More details in the following report.
Of Oman Vision 2040.
In line with its strategy to boost tourism inflows from key markets, the Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism, hosted the annual conference of the Dutch Association of Travel Agents and Tour Operators, ANVR, marking a significant step in strengthening its ties with the Dutch tourism market.
Every year we're trying to find a new destination, a destination which is mostly unknown for a lot of our participants. We know that the people have been traveling around the world because they are working in tourism, but Oman is really a discovery. So I think it's great to be here. It's also fantastic that they discover a new destination and the charm, the people and the culture, and of course tourism of Oman.
Hosting ANVR Congress is a great opportunity to promote Oman as a destination, as a tourism destination, and to introduce the many opportunities that Oman can offer to the tourists from Netherlands or any other country. So we think this is a great opportunity. We think this is also an opportunity for the Omani companies to meet with their counterparts, and of course there are a lot of business opportunities that can be discussed and explored during this Congress.
The event brought together 185 companies from the Netherlands. The conference agenda was tailored to introduce Oman's tourist attractions and potential tourism experiences, including heritage sites and cultural landmarks.
We saw an increase in tourists from the Netherlands to Oman of 62%. So that is fantastic. And I'm sure and I'm confident that the conference, which is here today with 200 owners of travel agencies in the tourism sector in the Netherlands, will bring another increase in tourists from next year onwards. Dutch people have a very positive impression of Oman because, you know, going on holiday, you have so much to offer. There's a rich cultural heritage. There is the sea and the beach, of course, but you can also do more adventurous type of tourism at Jabal Akhtar, or you can go to Salalah and enjoy the green moments and the Kharif season over there.
We are very happy to be here. I was here on an inspection trip in January to prepare everything, and this is since a long time a long-haul destination for us. Being here in Oman with almost 200 participants of the Dutch travel trade, we are very happy to show them the beauty of Oman. I had the opportunity in January to see the beauty already. The Omani people, who are very, very sweet, very hospitable. The country has so much to offer. It's a great variety of adventure, landscape, the sustainable surroundings.
It's the sounds of Oman.
As part of the program, delegates will explore Oman's scenic landscape and authentic cultural experiences across various governorates. This engagement is intended to inspire Dutch tourism and media companies to promote Oman's diversity to travelers back home. The conference is a prominent platform for establishing partnerships that will position Oman as a premier destination, boost tourism and drive economic growth. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, this is Saleh Bukhalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
The Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones, OPAZ, celebrated World Quality Week in collaboration with the Oman Vision 2040 Implementation Follow-Up Unit under the theme Quality from Compliance to Outstanding Performance.
The Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones, OPAZ, celebrated World Quality Week in collaboration with the Oman Vision 2040 Implementation and Follow-Up Unit under the theme Quality from Compliance to Outstanding Performance. The event was attended by His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Adib, Deputy Chairman of OPAZ, along with officials and representatives from the public and private sectors.
Our participation today in the Quality and Innovation Week, OPAZ has organized this in collaboration with the Oman Vision 2040, and I think OPAZ showcase the process of the innovation, and it is very important that we introduce the quality and the process in the organization. Moreover, we are committed as OPAZ, or the Public Authority for Economic Zone and Free Zone, and to introduce the quality and the innovation.
The event featured presentations highlighting innovative practices aimed at improving operational processes and services to enhance quality and performance. Key themes included institutional excellence, digital platforms for investment facilitation, workplace innovation, and the National Equal Opportunities Initiatives of supporting Omani entrepreneurs and SMEs. Presentations showcased OPAZ's institutional transformation program, digital platforms like OMAP, and smart technologies at Sohar Port and Free Zone.
We showcase today different presentations. We highlighted on the strategy of the Public Authority for Economic Zone and Free Zones and some of the investment opportunity available. Moreover, there are other presentations which was presented by colleagues from different government organization and private sector, and on the importance on this week and how the innovation and the quality would really ensure that the process of work environment will be achieved.
In this event, OPAZ emphasised its commitment to fostering a culture of quality and innovation in economic and free zones. This initiative aims to strengthen institutional efficiency, support continuous improvement, and promote a high standard of performance.
The National Museum hosted a gallery on historical photos of the leaders of the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Bahrain. The gallery contains a collection of artifacts that embody the historical ties between the two brotherly countries. The opening ceremony was attended by officials and diplomats from the Sultanate of Oman and Kingdom of Bahrain to reflect the deep-rooted relations and the ongoing cooperation in various spheres. The Directorate General of Health Services in Dakhiliya Governorate, represented by the school health team, organized the second Girls' Health Forum. The forum aims to enhance psychological, social, and health awareness among girls. The forum was attended by more than 800 female students, in addition to several specialists who presented workshops in various aspects of mental and public health, nutrition, and lifestyles. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences Shinas branch organized the activities of the second International Conference on Computing and Data Analytics. The two-day conference brought together a diverse group of researchers, industry professionals, and students to explore the latest developments in the fields of computing and data analysis. The conference hosted 4 keynote speakers who presented their thoughts on various relevant issues, including artificial intelligence and soft computing, data science, and software engineering. In addition, over 100 research papers were accepted in the conference. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The total volume of investments in Ibri Industrial City exceeded 19.6 million Omani riyals until the end of last October, with the completion of the infrastructure projects. 12 Palestinians martyred and dozens injured in Israeli occupation bombing of central and southern Gaza Strip. And intensive Israeli raids on the southern suburbs of Beirut, and Hezbollah targets soldiers and military sites in northern Israel. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night, and we hope you have an enjoyable weekend.